Hello guys, in this video I'm going to talk about the time when and why you don't need the Sabbath or when you have to stop wanting. So stay with me, I will continue with the first part of the quote. There can be no mental rest until a conscious impression is made. If a man fails to fully impress upon himself the fact that he now has that which heretofore he desired to possess, he will continue to desire it, and therefore he will not be mentally at rest or satisfied. If, on the other hand, he succeeds in making this conscious adjustment so that upon emerging from the period of silence or his subjective 6 days of work, he knows by his feeling that he has the thing desired, then he automatically enters the Sabbath or the period of mental rest. So the whole idea starts with this notion of mental rest. Think about what it actually feels like when your mind is at rest. It's not just being physically relaxed. It's that specific feeling where your mind is not on something anymore, is not circling back to a worry or a wish, is not worrying you about something you don't have yet. It's that feeling of this is done, I don't need to think about this anymore. This particular kind of peace, this mental rest, cannot happen through logic or willpower or just deciding to stop thinking about something. It can only happen once you have made what he calls a conscious impression. That basically means you have actually felt deep inside that the thing that you wanted is already yours and actually shifted your inner feeling so that it's real to you. Until that shift happens, your mind literally cannot rest because part of you is still reaching for something, still treating it as missing. And now the second quote shows you what happens if that shift does not happen. So picture someone who wants something, let's say a new job or relationship or money, whatever it is. If that person never managed to really convince themselves on a feeling level that they already have it, then guess what continues? The desire continues. They keep wanting it, they keep reaching for it, they keep feeling like it's missing. And here's the key logical point. The desire itself, still desiring, still chasing, is proof of lack. If you are wanting something, that very act of wanting is your mind confirming to itself that I don't have this yet. So you have to want the end, have an obsession on wanting the end, but not on wanting in the sense of hoping it will happen. So you have to fall in love with it being accomplished. And if you never make that inner shift, you are stuck in a loop. You keep desiring, which means you keep confirming to yourself that you don't have it, which means that you can never feel settled or satisfied because your own mind keeps reminding you that this thing is still out there, still unfinished and still missing. So no matter how much you achieve externally, if internally you still carry that I want feeling, you will stay restless because the rest was never about external things showing up. It was always about that internal shift happening first. And then the other part is what happens when someone does manage to make that shift. This is as coming out of a period of silence or what he calls the subjective 6 days of work. This is basically referring to some kind of inner process like imagining, meditating, visualizing, and dwelling on a feeling where a person goes inward and works on shifting how they feel about something. It's called work because it does take some effort and focus, similar to how the Bible describes 6 days of work before a day of rest. So if a person goes through that inner process and actually succeeds, that means they come out the other side and they feel, not just think, but feel that they already have the thing they wanted, then something automatic happens. They don't have to force peace or calm. The rest just happens naturally on its own, the way a tired body naturally rests after a long day. This is the Sabbath, the idea of a day of rest that comes after work is done. So basically, once the inner feeling has shifted from I want this to I have this, desire and wanting quietly disappears because you don't crave what you already feel that you possess. And once desire disappears, so does the restlessness that desire always brings with it. And what's left over is just calm, ease, and quiet certainty. And the feeling of I have appears and grows stronger. So peace of mind is not something that comes after you get the thing that you want out in the world. Peace of mind comes first on the inside, and it comes specifically from truly feeling that you already have what you want, rather than feeling that you are still chasing it. If you don't make that inner shift, you will stay stuck in wanting, and wanting by definition means feeling like something is missing, which means you can never truly rest, no matter what you accumulate externally. But if you do make that shift, if you actually feel that you already are or already have what you were seeking, then the restlessness naturally falls away on its own, without you having to force it, and that natural falling away of restlessness is what he's calling the Sabbath, the mental rest that comes as a direct result of doing that quiet inner work first. And now pregnancy follows impregnation. Man does not continue desiring that which he has already acquired. The Sabbath can be kept as a day of rest only after man succeeds in becoming conscious of being that which before entering the silence he desired to be. The Sabbath is the result of the 6 days of work. So let's start with pregnancy follows impregnation. This is a metaphor, and metaphors are just ways of explaining an inner invisible process by comparing it to something physical and familiar. Think about how pregnancy actually works in real life. First, there is a moment of impregnation. That's the starting point, the moment something is planted. And Neville uses the real physical pregnancy as a symbol for how our inner feelings and beliefs work. And once you have truly and deeply planted a feeling or a belief inside yourself, really felt it, not just thought about it on the surface, then the outcome of that feeling naturally develops and comes into being on its own. You don't need to keep pushing, forcing, or repeating affirmations over and over out of anxiety. Once the seed, that means the true inner feeling, has actually taken root, the growth happens by itself, quietly in the background, without you having to labor over it constantly. And now man does not continue desiring that which he has already acquired. This is really just simple, and Neville uses it like a test you can apply to yourself. Think about anything you already have and are completely sure you have. You don't sit around wanting it. For example, you don't walk around every day desperately wanting the shirt you are already wearing because you already have it. Desire for it simply is not there because there is no sense of lack. Desire by its very nature only exists when there is a feeling that something is missing. So Neville is pointing out that if you're still feeling that crowing, that restless wanting feeling about something, that itself is proof, simple, logical proof that you haven't actually made the inner shift yet. It means the impregnation from the earlier metaphor has not truly happened yet. The seed has not really taken root. If it had, the wanting would already be gone, replaced by a quiet sense of already having it. So if you are still desiring something, you can know for certain that the deep feeling level acceptance of already having it has not happened yet, no matter how much you might be telling yourself on the surface that you believe it. Then comes the next line: the Sabbath can be kept as a day of rest only after man succeeds in becoming conscious of being that which before entering the silence he desired to be. This is going back to the idea of the Sabbath as a symbol of rest, and it's explaining exactly when that rest becomes possible. Notice the phrasing carefully. It's not about getting something external. It's about becoming conscious of being what you desire to be. That's an important shift in language. It's not having a thing out there in the world. It's an inner state of being, an inner identity, an inner feeling of I amness. The real rest, the kind where your mind stops chasing and stops training, only becomes available once you have made that inner switch, once you have stopped identifying as someone who wants something and started identifying in feeling as someone who already has or already is that thing. Before that switch happens, true rest simply is not possible, no matter how hard you try to relax or convince yourself that everything is fine, because inside a part of you still knows something feels missing. And the Sabbath is a result of the 6 days of work. Remember, the 6 days of work refers to that inner process, sitting quietly, imagining, feeling, dwelling on a state until it becomes real and natural inside you. This final line is basically saying rest is not the starting point. Rest is the finish line. You don't get to feel calm and satisfied first and then do the inner work. It works the other way around. First comes the inner work of shifting your feeling patiently until it becomes solid and real inside you, and only after that inner work is done does the rest, the peace, the settled feeling arrives as a natural result. Automatically, the same way pregnancy naturally follows impregnation, without you having to force each individual step. So the real inner peace is not something you get by chasing after external things or by trying to force yourself to feel calm on the surface. It comes from a deeper process. First, you do some kind of inner work where you shift your feeling about something, really planting it deep inside yourself the way a seed gets planted. And once that seed is truly planted, it grows and unfolds on its own without you having to strain constantly, similar to how pregnancy unfolds after conception. You can actually test whether that planting has truly happened by checking whether you still feel a restless craving or wanting. Because once something is accepted as your own on a feeling level, the craving for it naturally disappears, since you cannot crave what you already feel you possess. And only once that craving has genuinely dissolved, once you have shifted from wanting something to actually feeling and being inside yourself, does the real rest become possible, that calm, satisfied state that is called the Sabbath. And that rest is not the beginning of the process, is a reward at the end of it, the natural result that shows up after the inner work of truly feeling and believing has already been done. Okay guys, this is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it and see you in the next one.